Now, there's growing concern that the Fisheries Ministry may be willfully encouraging a dangerous illegal fishing practice called cycle. On Wednesday evening's edition of JoyNews' Current Affairs show, Upfront, Deputy Fisheries Minister Francis Ato Cudjoe sought to justify the Fisheries Minister Elizabeth Afoleque's promise not to ban the illegal transshipment of fish, also known as cycle. He told the host, Cudjoe that the minister's apparent declaration of support for the illegal fishing practice was just a political comment.
When I say cycle, I don't mean the trade. I mean the word cycle.
Right.
Not good, not the target fish.
Okay.
So that fish, we wanted them to package it and bring it to Tema. So they started. After all this, they started packaging them, bringing them to Tema for us to record them, account, and then tax appropriately, and then they sell to the Elmina people. This business was going on until some of them were involved in an accident. And they said, no, we can't go to Tema. We want the thing here. Because we went to Tema, we had an accident, so we want the thing here. So that statement that she made that statement following what the meeting we had in Elmina, where we had agreed with the other people that for now, land the thing in Tema, let's record it. Of course, the catch is illegal, but at least when we have recorded them and we are selling them at Tema, our officers will record them and then the appropriate taxes will come to the state. So that illegal bit in the transshipment will be taken off.
Right.
So that is how she said that.
Your explanation is that she was making political talk.
No, I never said that. I said that we had a meeting in Elmina where we agreed with the boat owners and then the practitioners, the people who patronize cycle fish, that the boat owners should deliver these at Tema for the people to move from Elmina and Apam. These are the two locations to come to Tema to purchase.
So they should still...
That was at Elmina.
So they should still transship, but they should bring it to Tema instead of...
No, that's not transshipment. Transshipment is when you move it from one vessel to another vessel on the high seas, without the fish coming to the port to be counted and recorded.
So you're saying the trawlers should bring whatever they catch to Tema?
To Tema. They boss them. They are fishing, they boss them before they arrive. They should boss them, bring them, we will weigh them, know the quantity, record them, and then they pay the appropriate charges for that. And then they can sell to this particular size, small sizes. The association is there, they should sell to that association. Their regular fish or the target fish, they sell to some women mainly in Tema. That should go to them. But this small fish should go to the association. In other words, we are not cutting off the business of the association, but we are regulating the illegal bit of it by allowing them to now land. Previously, they were not land in it, and it was not being recorded. That is why it's illegal. Illegal, IU is illegal, unreported, unregulated. So once they land, it is reported, and then once we are now controlling the seal, it is regulated.
Well, the Deputy Minister also admitted that there were Chinese vessel owners operating trawlers in Ghanaian waters. This also is illegal.
Last year, we commissioned a gear audit. We brought in the gear technologies from Rome, from FAO Rome, who came to audit the gears of our vessels. And we noticed that some are doing 30, 40-meter opening, which is quite illegal. And so we are enforcing the 10-meter opening. I don't know whether it's 10 meter, but we're enforcing the right. So the gear is the main issue, like I keep saying.
Right.
The idea is that once you catch them, once they have the wrong gear, they will always catch them. So the thing is address the gear. But when we address the gear, what I'm saying is that even the things I'm saying there in the past, I mean, we have stopped this landing at Tema. Now we are saying that we don't want it. That was the initial arrangement when we came in. As soon as we came in, that was the arrangement we put in to try to accommodate the situation and be able to manage it. So to be able to accommodate and manage it, that was what we put in place. That land them in Tema, we can record them, and then.
So that's not a plan you are following anymore.
No, it's not. No, we are not doing.
What are you doing now?
Now we have asked them to stop. They have written to us that they are stopping, or they have ceased. In fact, their word was suspended. We told them that we don't like suspended. Suspended means that you can come back to it later, but we want it abolished. Although we haven't gotten that letter, but they are saying in principle suspended means that. They themselves are doing self-regulation. If anybody goes against it, they will be punished. But let me tell you the other painful side. We have, as a result, also employed, when we came into office, we have placed human beings, Ghanaians, as observers.
Well, Professor Francis Nuno is with the Department of Fisheries at the University of Ghana and joins me over the telephone. Good morning to you, Prof. Over on Skype, this conversation is via Skype, rather, and he joins me. Well, thank you, Prof. You watched this conversation yesterday and actually made an intervention. What is your initial comment of the minister's viral video?
Yes, I think that message was some years ago. It was about 2 or 3 years ago that she did that. So that message is not current as at now. It would be good to hear her point as at now. Yes, yeah.
So you agree that this was a while back? Is it before we started enforcing the regulations?
Oh, the regulations have been there. When this government came in, they tried enforcing it for a while. And when they faced resistance, then this message came in. Yes, but I believe that currently, to the minister, she might have a different view.
Right. Let's talk about the practice itself. You know, why did we make this illegal? Can you explain?
Okay, so the point is that the trawlers are supposed to take fish that is coming from fish at the bottom of the sea. And when they go fishing, they take up everything. So the trawl gear is non-selective. Everything in its path will be captured. And so what it does is that it doesn't spare any fish. But when they go fishing, they end up, in recent times, catching pelagic fish instead of demersal fish. So the point is that the gear that they are using is not correct. By international law, every fish should be landed and recorded so that we can make sure that what is there, we'll be able to make laws to capture a good number so that we don't harm the entire population.
Okay. So, Prof, how does the minister who encouraged the people to do something that is illegal now do it well? How do you go back to tell them that this is actually the rules now and you can no longer do it? How do you change that kind of narrative when you've gone to them before to tell them to continue doing it and do it well? Hello, Prof, if you can hear me. I don't seem to have Prof. Okay, Prof. Professor Nunu, I'm not sure if you had my...
The minister must sit down.
Okay, so we seem to...
The stakeholders.
Hello, Professor Nunu?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Okay, great. So I was asking how are we going to change the narrative when the same minister had gone to the people to encourage them to continue the practice?
Yeah, the same minister can sit down with the stakeholders one more time and dialogue as to what can be done, given that it is seen that it is destroying the resource and destroying the livelihood of the people. So the minister can say that, oh, I said this, but we have seen it over the period that it's not working. So we can change. We can change and come up with new regulations.
But just
that
as...
will protect the stock.
Okay, so yesterday the deputy minister did indicate that this practice also has both political and economic implications. So we have to take it slowly. I'm just wondering, if something is illegal, why do you try to soften your stance? I mean, you've already taken a position by making that particular act illegal.
Yes, that is the human face of the law that is subscribing to. But if we put the figures before the stakeholders to show that the resource is at a steep decline, and then the scientific and technical working group of SFMP has said that the fishery will collapse by the end of the year. If we put all these facts before them, I believe the fishers will understand and stop the practice.
Let's talk about the Chinese involvement in Ghana's industrial trawl sector as well. The understanding is that Ghanaians partner with some of these Chinese people to carry on something that is not allowed in our law. Help us understand what exactly this is.
Yes, by the law, there is no foreign vessel in Ghana, especially with respect to trawlers. The trawlers are supposed to be Ghanaian owned. So the Ghanaians go into a high purchase agreement with the Chinese or other foreign vessels, so that they sign an agreement for, let's say, 5 years, so that after 5 years, ownership will return to the Ghanaians. But what we see happening is that after the end of the period, new high purchase agreements are signed, so that the thing stays in the name of the Chinese. So the Ghanaians are sort of fronting for the Chinese. And what we can do is to stop the practice. All of us Ghanaians should make sure that at least, and the ministry should make sure that at least at the end of the 5 years, the people are not allowed to renew.
But something must be encouraging. Something must be encouraging the local people to do this.
Yeah, so we must encourage the local people to own the vessel. Else, for now, almost 95% is foreign owned. But on paper, they are Ghanaian.
Do you think the local people actually understand the implications of this?
I think so. They understand. They understand. But for economic gain, they must have a livelihood for economic gain. But we must think about the resource. The resource must be depleted. And as a nation, we are losing lots of money.
Hello, Professor Nuno? Hello, Professor Nuno? And I don't... Hello, Professor Nuno. I'm not sure if you're still on with me. Got a very last question to ask you before I let you go. Unfortunately, we seem to have lost Professor Nuno there, helping us understand this area, which we normally would hear of when it comes to the close season. That was the last question I wanted to ask, but hopefully we can reconnect and for him to end that. Okay, Professor Nuno is back with me. Professor Nuno, I wanted us to end with the close season. We're not there yet, but usually when it comes up, there's a lot of talk. When should be the close season, and when, what's not the appropriate time? So my question is, your expectations, have we begun that conversation? Hello, Professor Nuno.
Hello.
All right, great. Professor Nuno, I was asking for your, what your expectations are in terms of the close season this year.
The close season policy is a good one.
Yes, but we haven't...
But it must be taken in consonance with
enforcement
of the other laws, so that all the illegal fishing will stop. If they continue cycle, they continue light fishing, they continue using small mesh size, then the close season will not have the needed effect. So we should stop all the other illegality, and then the close season will be effective.
But my question was, has that conversation started? Because I remember last year the committee gave a different dates, and then we saw the minister agree to a different date as well. So are we coming back so that we don't go back to... That conversation has started. Okay, great. So there won't be...
Yes.
Okay.
The ministry has organized a stakeholders meeting sometime last month, and engagement is going on here and there with the ministry and the Fisheries Commission.
All right. We thank you for your analysis this morning. That's Professor Francis Nuno, who is a fisheries expert. We've got to move away from fishing, though.